Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we have this 2015 Dodge Dart and we're going to do the Taillight Tint installation for this vehicle. So that's including the Racetrack and the small taillights. So this is how it looks before doing the installation on the taillight. It's just a regular factory taillight lens, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. If you like the product, link for the product will be provided below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before we start with the installation on the taillight, we need to prep the lenses. So all you need to do is apply Slip Solution to the taillights. And we're going to use a clean microfiber towel to start removing any contaminants that the taillights may have. So once you finish prepping the taillight, we can start with the installation. So I'm going to start off by installing the Racetrack, and then we're going to move on to the taillight section. So with this one, all you need to do is apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film. And all you need to do is just place the film on the top section of the Racetrack, and you could start from either side, just as long as wherever you start, you align it right on the edge. So for example, this one, just align the tint right on the edge right there, and we're going to secure it by tacking it down. That way, once we secure this section, we can work on with the rest of the film. So make sure it stays aligned and you're covering the top and the lower section of the reflector. Hold it in position and tack it down. Once you secured this section, now we can move on with the rest of the film. So all you need to do is keep it aligned, and if the film does get dry as you're trying to align it, just remove it and apply Slip Solution. So make sure to keep it aligned, and all you need to do is keep it aligned on this section and do a light stretch to reach it to the edge. So it's just a small one. Once you have it there, we're going to do the same thing as we did it on that end. Spray Tack Solution and secure it on this end. Okay, and now that both ends are secured, now we're going to work on the middle. So we just need to lift it and make sure we are aligning the film to cover the reflector of the taillight. Once it's aligned, apply Tack Solution and just with your squeegee, start tacking it down. And if you need to lift it to readjust it, you can. Just take your time and just make sure you remove all the solution before you move on with the next one. Make sure everything's secured. And now we're just going to apply heat to seal the top and the bottom section of the film all over the taillight. But before that, just apply Tack Solution. And we're going to use our microfiber towel to remove the solution as we're heating it up. So just take your time when you're doing this, and then once you're done, we can move on with the next piece. So now we're moving on to the lower section. So the same steps that we're doing with this one, you would do the same here. The only difference is you just need to align the film to this curved design that the lower reflector has. But other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. So just apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film and place it on one end. Make sure you align it on the edge. And then we anchor and work our way to the other end. So now all that's missing is the two reflectors on the back side of the Racetrack section. So this one, you could either do the dry method or the wet method, completely up to you. If you do decide to do the dry method, make sure to remove all the air bubbles that might be trapped behind the film. Just to keep it simple, you could do the wet method, and all you need to do is apply tack solution on both sections of the film instead of slip solution, and just align it right on the edge, and then just follow the design like this. And that's pretty much it. The reason why we use tack solution is so that the film can be just a little bit slippery in order to align it and move it around, but also help the adhesive activate faster as we're tagging it down. So if you can see, it's not moving, but we were able to align it. And now that we tack it down, all we need to do is just secure it by applying tack solution on top and just making sure we remove any solution that's still behind the film. And you just do the same step to the other end, and then once you're done, you move on to the tail light section. Okay, now that we finished the middle section, now we're moving on to the side tail light. So with this one, just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And all you need to do is just place the film and align it to each section that it corresponds. Make sure when you start here, you're covering the reflector of the tail light. Once you have it right there in the middle, all we need to do is apply tack solution. That way we can start securing it and tagging it down. So hold it in position with one hand, and with the other one, start tagging it down. Once you secure this section, the next thing to do is just work your way on each side. So just keep it aligned and just tack it down on each section. So you can start spraying tack solution. That way the adhesive on the film starts to activate, and all we need to do is just keep it aligned and squeegee it with our squeegee. And now do the same on the lower section. This one, you might need to do a light stretch just so it covers up to here. And then once you stretch it, start tagging it down. Okay, and before we move on to the last piece here, just apply tack solution and heat to seal the edge. That way it doesn't lift, and then we can move on to the last piece. Okay, so now for the last piece, you could do the same method as how we did it with this one, or you can do this other method where you could apply slip solution and tack solution on the film and just a little bit of slip on this one. That way we're able to align it and help it tack down around the curve. The reason why we did this is because since this one has a slight curve, we might need to adjust it still. This one is just flat, so that's why we just use tack solution. As long as you align it and keep it on the edge, you should be fine. So now all we need to do is hold it in position, make sure it doesn't move, and tack it down. And make sure you remove all the solution that's trapped behind the film. So just clean it, make sure there's nothing. And if there is no solution, then we can move on to the last step, which is post-heating the entire tail light. So once you finish the whole installation for the tail lights, the last thing to do is to post-heat the entire panel. And to post-heat, all you need to do is apply tack solution all over the film. So make sure each section that we install, you apply tack solution. And then we're going to use our heat gun and start heating up each panel that we worked on. And as we're heating it up, we're going to use a microfiber towel to remove any solution and help it tack down as we're heating it. So just do it for the whole panel. Take your time as you're going on each section. You don't want to miss any section of the tint. And then once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the Taillight Tint for the 2015 Dodge Dart. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.